Hello my friends and welcome back to Fallout 3. In yesterday's video we did spend the day in Rivet City, slowly but surely making our way through each and every single level and each and every single person. I imagine I'm going to probably be here for at least another day because it seems quite large. Now I would like to pick the doctor's door here since no one's around, but I have a feeling he's probably inside. Which means I'm probably not going to be able to rob the place, but let's double check. He is in here. Okay, I'll have to make a note to come back. The science lab. I was trying to make my way to the hotel.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
Nope, never seen any. Aha! The hotel.
Yes, that's locked. And yes, I can see you eyeing it.
Okay, Abraham. Who's the robot here? Mr. Buckingham.
Welcome to the Weatherly. Mr. Buckingham at your service.
Hello. Who's your owner, Rust Bucket? What is this place?
This is the Weatherly Hotel. It's the finest establishment in Rivet City.
Who's your owner? No, I did that one already. How much for a room?
The mere 120 caps.
Sure?
Excellent. Simply venture into the hallway, turn left, first door on your left. That is your room. Or is that the broom closet? I always get those two.
What do you have to eat?
Please, place your order.
Oh, you actually have like a full menu. No, I'm good for right now, thank you. Yeah, who's your owner, Rust Bucket?
I serve Miss Vera Weatherly, proprietor of the Weatherly Hotel. Not that it's any of your business.
It is my business, because I'm nosy that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Vera Weatherly's door? Is she sleeping? Oh, she's awake.
Vera, I know I'm not a sophisticated man, but I am a man. And I can take care of you.
I don't need anyone to take care of me, Seagrave.
I'd better get back.
I do like being your friend. Just your friend.
Bye. Good night, Vera.
Well, that was awkward. Hi, Vera. Can you wake up? Can we have a chat?
Sir.
Charmed to meet you. I'm Vera Weatherly of the Weatherly Hotel.
Oh, she like shook my hand and everything. Vera, your nephew Brian lost his. Oh, it's the ant from the ant missions or the ant quest that I did. I can't remember the name of it, but yes, your nephew Brian lost his folks and needs a place to live.
Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe.
I think Brian will love his new home. I'll send him along shortly. Do I go back there and tell him and then he just takes off? I hope not, because I would be slightly scared about a child alone making that trip. Anyway, let's tell her we will send him along.
Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome.
Okay. Oh, Karma.
Nice to see you again.
Hi. Let's see. Do you know anything about Rivet City's history?
Well, I could tell you all about my hotel, but I'm sure I don't know anything about how Rivet City itself got started. I mean, you hear rumors and you make guesses, but I really couldn't say I know for sure, and I'd hate to lead you down the wrong path.
Well, is there anyone who knows more?
Actually, now that you mention it, Seagrave may know more about it.
I've already talked to him.
He's been here since he was just a boy, and I can't imagine anyone knows this ship better than he does.
Let's try to get... Could you at least tell me what you've heard?
Well, if it'll help, I once heard that this place was covered in mirelurks 50 years ago, raiding all around the city. Eventually, some poor soul they thought would be lunch fought back and cleared out the whole ship. He set up the city in their place. They say he was the first counselor for the upper deck and lived here to his death. Can't say I believe it a bit, but it's a nice tale to tell.
I heard Angela Staley has a crush on Diego.
Oh, yes. She's crazy about him. He keeps telling her no. but he also spends a lot of time with her. It's really not fair to her.
It isn't really fair to lead her on that way. Have you heard any interesting gossip?
Why should I tell you?
Oh,
You'll just tell everyone else.
darn. Oh, well. So long, Vera.
Farewell.
Farewell. You can go back to sleep now. And I'm going to find my room. Out left. First door on the left. Hotel room door.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
No, go away. I want to take a nap. Is there anything in my room? Probably not. I wonder, is it like my room permanently now, or do I have to spend 120 caps every single night? I would like to sleep until 8 o'clock, please. Because then hopefully everybody's awake by then and out of their rooms so I can rob them appropriately. And then continue to talk to them.
One of the new immigrants died of radiation poisoning last week.
I'm well
Yeah?
rested.
I heard she was drinking river water.
The ship's water isn't much better. If we don't get fresh water soon, we'll all end up like her.
Morning.
Morning. Who's the guy? Dr. Preston?
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
Any trouble in this area?
No, I don't think
Yes?
so.
Hi there, miss.
I'm all turned around now. Guys,
Good to see you.
all need to get to your positions so that I can look around appropriately. Okay, the doctor has left. I'm gonna close his door and then I will go talk to him. Let's save though, just in case. Carton of cigarettes, thank you. Nuka-Cola, thank you. Nothing there I need. All right. Is he at work? He is at work. Hello, Dr. Preston.
You're in the Rivet City Clinic. I'm Dr. Preston.
Can you turn around while I talk to you? I found some info about an android. What do you know about his facial surgery? You're a doctor, right? I could use some help. Can you heal my radiation? Oh, do you know of someone named Pinkerton? Let's try that.
Pinkerton, eh? That name takes me way back. Claimed to have cured radiation poisoning. Or was it food poisoning? I don't recall. He was always telling folks that he founded Rivet City. All he did was break off the front of it. Or did he die there? I don't recall.
This place looks pretty easy to rob. You have any problem with thieves? Do you know that Paul Cantelli is an addict? Let's try that one. Paulie Cantelli.
He's totally strung out. It's going to kill him one of these days.
Okay. Could I ask you about Rivet City's history?
Oh, I'd like to help. I really would. But I don't know the first thing about this place's history.
You live here.
Don't let my age fool you. I may have been around for a while, but I didn't spend all that time here.
I mean, I'm not saying you have to know, like, the entire history of the place that you live, but you should know something, I would think. Like, what else do you guys talk about? It's not like there's TV. Let me...
Take care of yourself.
I want to make sure that I don't inadvertently do the wrong thing for Replicated Man. Continue to search for clues or tell Zimmer he's dead. Okay, so this is not the doctor, so I can't ask about the android. What are you bending over on? Okay, I found some info about an android. What do you know about his facial surgery?
That was all just an elaborate hoax.
Oh, that was that was not what I was expecting. Let's ask about any problems with thieves.
Don't get any cute ideas. Security is just a shout away. Now, if you've got any medical issues, let's hear them.
Okay. I don't need any chems. I don't need medical supplies. I don't need any fixing, so I guess that's it.
Take care of yourself.
Bye. Okay, so I don't want to go to the science lab yet. I keep avoiding it. Who is this lady here? Janice Kaplinski.
I'm Janice Kaplinski, Chief Botanist. What do you need?
Know anything about Rivet City's history?
If it hasn't got to do with the science quarters, I'm probably not the one to ask. And Dr. Lee's so busy, you really shouldn't disturb her work.
I'll ask about my father when I go to the science
So
lab.
long.
I'm trying to avoid Not that I like know what order I should be doing things, but I'm trying to keep my father's stuff when I get to the science lab. Okay. Zimmer's hotel door. That is the doctor we need to try to not talk to about the android. Because I would like to try to figure out who the android is and then throw Zimmer off the trail. Because I want to know who it is. Bottle caps, shotgun shells, absolutely. Everybody's got all their stuff locked. Although I do appreciate the XP. Combat knife, energy cell, stealth boy, we'll take that. That's some serious money. Toolbox, scrap metal. Assault rifle. You can always come back. Okay, there was my hotel room.
I really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
I'm totally not going to break into there. Marketplace. I don't want to go there yet. I want this guy to leave. We'll look at the local map while he wanders. So, marketplace, stairwell, science lab. I should probably go there today. Okay. Let's sneak. We're sneaking. We're sneaking in power armor. Sister's hotel room. That was the slaver that we have to throw off the... Oh, here he is. All right, let's quick save again. Hello, sister.
They call me sister. Don't ask.
But you're a man. Why do they call you sister? I feel like you're not supposed to ask those questions, Mabel.
Are you making fun of my name? It's a damn good thing for you this place is crawling with security. Otherwise, I'd kick your ass.
That it? Really? It is daytime, sir.
You're bothering me. You don't want to bother me.
Have you heard anything about the history of Rivet City?
Do I look like someone who cares?
I gotta go.
So do I.
How am I supposed to throw sister off of May's tail if... Well, I guess I'll try to figure that out later.
What?
Watch yourself, little girl.
I should check in with my guests.
Okay. Clinic. Science lab. All right, let's save before Dr. Lee's door. Oh. Let's wait for the little girl to, like, go somewhere else. Go on. Hang on. Let me save in case I discover something about my dad that I want to discover later through conversations. I lose all the karma. It's totally a thing. Leather belt. Grimy pre-business. Grimy pre-war business wear. That's the correct order of words. Nope. Oh, wow. Project Purity 1, 2, and 3, and they're not stealing. Bottle caps, thank you. And then for terminal. Okay. I want to talk to her first. And then we'll come back and look at the holotapes and terminal. Down again. Okay, let's turn off my come shoot me light. Even though I'm not in a come shoot me area. I would hope not anyway. Oh, I do need it on actually.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this.
We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts.
Ruh-roh.
Now, please, stand aside.
Yeah.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
Wow, you're like a piece of work, sir.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
Maybe. That depends what exactly we're talking about here. Yeah, you got a problem with the way I look?
How amusing. You've mistaken my metaphor for a derogatory remark. I need a local, you see, someone with verve. I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Just like, they get confused. I know what an android is. I dabble in AI programming myself. The android is dead. See, here's an internal component. Sounds like slavery to me. You sure they don't wander off on purpose? Interesting, but what's this got to do with me exactly? Enough technobabble, Zimmer. Just tell me what you want. First one.
Oh, I hadn't realized anyone in the Wasteland was so knowledgeable. And you certainly don't look much like a scientist.
Wow.
Anyway, my android must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's not human. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'm not sure how it is up north, but around here we get paid for our work. Tell me, Zimmer, is your wallet as large as your mouth? This one, obviously.
I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
I don't have friends, sir. Sorry, I've got better things to do. Sure, I'll look into yeah, sure. Why not? I'm not going to, but like, sure. I can't pay people. I can't, repair my gear with technology upgrades.
Excellent. Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
He's mocking me. I'm still looking. Don't worry, I'll find him. I need to know more about what I'm dealing with. What is an android exactly? Let's try that one.
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically.
Okay. Any suggestions for finding this android?
Like I've said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Try snooping around the workspaces of techies. People like yourself. And try doctor's offices. Look for patient records or something. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
I mean, if this android wandered off, why would he want a new mind and face?
Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life, wipe away all memory, all guilt, trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
This guy. Why would an android feel guilt? Come on, Zimmer. What aren't you telling me?
By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property.
Yeah.
The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped.
Oh, no.
It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now?
Not really, but I'll keep asking more questions. Okay, so if others have escaped, why are you coming after this one?
This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed.
Really?
The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321, it will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable.
Okay, someone got their hands on a lipoplasticator and microdermal graftalizer. I'm tracking down leads on a circuit neuralizer, so tell me about the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
Oh, okay. I'll go there someday, not to worry. Do you know the history behind Rivet City?
Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
Says the people who live underground. So, okay. I'm still looking to worry I'll find him. No, I have to go now.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
I heard that the city council is debating putting railings on the flight deck.
Well, I hope they do something. Remember that child that fell off the deck last year?
Yeah,
Well, I hope they do
that was
something.
bad.
Remember
I'm
that
sure
child
they'll
that
do
fell off the
something
deck
about
last
it.
year?
I fixed the transformer again.
Okay, hang on. I want to talk to Armitage.
That's close enough. Keep your hands where I can see them.
He's a robot. Know anything about the history of Rivet City?
No, thank you. Please leave Mr. Zimmer and myself alone.
I guess I'll be going.
Then go.
For a while.
Okay.
It's
Anna
about time.
Holt.
What do you need?
What do you know about Zimmer?
He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots.
Can I get a drink around here, preferably somewhere clean?
The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck.
Okay. Is Dr. Lee as smart as they say she is?
She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here, though that's not saying much.
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it? Later.
Later.
I'm sorry, Henry. I know you're doing the best you can, but these delays are frustrating. If you could move out of the way, it would make things easier for all of us.
Who are you?
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you do around here?
I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
Oh, okay,
It
bye.
was so noisy last night. I could hardly sleep.
Maybe a quick fix has something that will help you sleep. Cindy's got all kinds of good chems.
I'll try that.
Hello?
Hi,
Some
I
people
spoke
are
to you
in
already.
Such a hurry.
Janice
Be
Kaplinski?
careful around these fruits and vegetables. They're worth more to us than you are.
Thanks. What do you know about Zimmer?
Other than him being an egotistical, arrogant, condescending pain in the ass? Nothing. He's from the Commonwealth. He's come looking for some special robot. I must admit I'm rather curious, but I have other work to do.
I got other things to do. I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it.
Okay. Bye.
So long.
Turn off my bright lights. There we go. That's much better. Okay. I think this is Dr. Lee, but I feel like we need a light for you.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's daughter, aren't you? What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? Wait, how do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
Like everything? I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes. Your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Yeah, obviously. Why did my mother die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, it's still like I wish Mabel's mom was alive, but I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to know a bit more about you. Tell me about this project. Let's ask about herself.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now. What?
So you knew my mother. That's the one I didn't click on.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry that you never had time with her. She was a good woman. We didn't always agree, but I respected her work as a scientist. Your father, he loved her very much.
Okay, that's finally all clicked off. So I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him? Oh, let's ask about Zimmer. What do you know about him?
That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team.
Okay, you ever hear of someone named Pinkerton?
That idiot? He left so long ago, most folk don't even remember him. He claimed to have found a secret stash of technology somewhere in the ship. Then he just disappeared.
I really want to find this guy. What kind of place is this Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
What do you know about this city's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
What is this lab? What are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab.
Yeah?
It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
Okay, tell me about this project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
Everything? What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened.
Like my mom
It wasn't
died.
just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge.
So it's my fault.
Your
That's what
father
you're saying.
decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Oh, that's... Huh. That's kind of lame. I'm like, thank you, Dad, for wanting to protect me, but you... Okay. Why is my father so determined to work on this project again?
Project Purity was everything to us. It was the first thing we thought about when we woke up, the last thing we talked about before sleep. Some of us changed over the years, but apparently James hasn't.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
Technically. This isn't about me, this is about my father. Now, where is he? I left the vault to look for him. Screw the vault! I'm not staying cooped up there. No, a middle one.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me where he's gone? Then stop wasting my time and tell me where he's gone! No, first one.
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where is this old lab of yours?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Is there any way you can help me out?
Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors or your chasing after him. I'm sorry.
Come on, isn't there anything you can do to help me? I'm all alone.
I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you.
I'm so good. Even with bad speech skills, Mabel is so awesome. Can you remind me where my father went?
The last I knew, he was headed back to the lab at Project Purity in the old Jefferson Memorial Building. I still say it's dangerous, and he shouldn't have risked it. That's all I know.
Okay, I have to go now.
Good luck finding your father.
Thank you. Okay, I feel like I had quest things from yesterday that I didn't look at. So we should probably do that today. Okay, so we need to look for Dad in Project Purity's control room. That's the right order of words. Stealing independence. That's the quest I picked up yesterday. We're going to go get the Declaration of Independence from the National Archives. We'll do that later. So, replicated man. Discover what Dr. Preston knows about the android. Search for clues about Zimmer's missing android. Find out what Pinkerton. I've got all kinds of things there. Council agenda. I looked at that yesterday. Missing android. Zimmer, who is currently at Rivet City, is searching for an android. He believes the android may have had facial reconstruction surgery and a memory wipe. Self-determination is...
Zimmer, by the time you get this message, I'll already be gone. I'm escaping the Commonwealth. I want to live my own life on my own terms, as my own man. I know what you're thinking, that I'm malfunctioning. I used to think that's what caused the runaways too. But I know better now. Self-determination is not a malfunction. I'm not just willing to put up with all the bullshit anymore. You humans are going to have a full-fledged rebellion on your hands if you don't start treating us synths as persons. I know you'll be marshalling the Retention Bureau to come after me, but I know all the tricks of the trade. You won't be finding me, I assure you. By the time you get this, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My final act of rebellion against a system I no longer believe in. Goodbye, Zimmer, and good riddance.
Okay. Oh, look, Bobblehead! Yes. Bobblehead intelligence! The inscription on the base reads, it takes the smartest individuals to realize there's always more to learn. Your intelligence has been permanently increased by 1.
Stand there.
I'm up to 11? 10. I'm up to 10.
Bring me that equipment.
But I did, Dr. Lee. I put it right where you told me to.
Oh, so you did.
She is kind of a grump.
Don't touch the vegetables. They're
or
fragile.
What?
One of the new immigrants died of radiation poisoning.
Yeah, we keep hearing that.
Yeah.
Anything else back here?
The ship's water isn't much better. If we don't get fresh water soon, we'll all end up like her.
So what is upstairs?
The gate guard said that the gunfire went on
Capital
for over
Preservation
an hour.
Society.
That's why I'm glad I'm in here.
The marketplace.
Go Rivet City.
Me too. Nothing is getting through these walls.
Local map. Upper deck. Oh, there's a room here. Let's look in here. Nothing there. Nothing there. I mean, I could open the fridge, but I don't. Nope, there's nothing in there I want. Okay, let's head back to Dr. Lee's room.
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday.
It was so
The gate guard said the gunfire went on for over an
could
hour.
hardly sleep.
That's why I'm glad I'm in
Maybe
here.
a quick fix has something
Good
that will help
old
us
Rivet
sleep.
City.
Sydney's got
Me
all
too.
kinds of good chems.
Nothing is getting through
try.
these walls.
What city are you guys talking about? Okay, this is the upper deck area that I need to head towards. Because Dr. Lee's room was right by the stairs down. Yes, okay, let's close the door. And let's pick up the holotapes first. Okay. So Project Purity Journal Entry 1.
We're back at work after a full week of delays. The Brotherhood soldiers were able to repair the sentry guns, much to my relief. I know Madison isn't comfortable having them here, but there's no denying that we'd be lost without them. We're still waiting on the full analysis of the last 3 small-scale purification tests. Catherine hasn't been feeling well, and it's slowing down our research. I don't mind, but I can tell that it's bothering some of the others.
Catherine's mom. I don't know who Madison is. Project Purity Journal Entry 3.
Well, there's no more mystery behind Catherine's health problems. The news of her pregnancy has lifted the spirits of everyone here and given us a renewed interest in making the purifier work. We now have a future generation to provide for. The latest tests show that our methods are horribly inefficient, but I think we're on the right track. Catherine refuses to rest. She insists on spending all day in the lab. I've never seen her more driven.
Well, yeah.
She's determined to resolve the power problems before the baby is born. I've tried to reason with her, but it's no use.
I wonder, was Mabel born in the Project Purity Labs, which we'll eventually get to? I do wonder about that. Okay, Project Purity Journal Entry 5.
The team has made plans to scale back our work once the baby is born. We're also trying to compensate for the increase in mutant attacks. No one is really talking about the implications of it. There are more of them than before. We know it, and the Brotherhood soldiers know it. Our relationship with the Brotherhood is straining. They're concerned by the lack of concrete results from the project, especially in light of the mutant attacks. They haven't come out and said it, but we all know what's going on. They're questioning whether their involvement in our project is worth the trouble it's causing them. They lost 2 good men this week, with 3 more injured.
Yeah, it does make you wonder, are the super mutants attracted to what you guys are doing? Because, some weird sciencey thing? Or are they being sent by somebody? See what's going on there. But let's unlock her terminal and see if there's more information here. All right, welcome to the Rivet City computer system. What would you like to do today? Hydroponics progress. The RC hydroponics have been restored to basic functionality, easy enough after all our research. The limited amount of clean water we can produce is enough for growing basic foodstuffs. Still no progress on any mass purification tests, and with all of the maintenance that has to be done around here, there's hardly any time to attempt new experiments. In any case, RC wouldn't work as a location for truly large-scale decontamination. The infrastructure just isn't here, and the idea of recreating it again is too daunting to convince the rest of the council. And that's even if the process worked. I think this is the council minutes that I've already read. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Yeah, I always lose karma. But it's okay, because I'm still an angelic person. All right, let's try to go back to the doctor.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
No.
Nothing I'd contact security for.
I'm looking for troublemakers.
No, I haven't.
Have
Go
you
away.
seen any?
Go, shoot.
Yes?
Yes, hello, doctor.
You don't look hurt. What can I do for you?
Okay, is there anything new about the robot? There isn't.
Take care of yourself.
What else could it be?
Don't even think of breaking into that. You don't look hurt.
Let's try asking about the android again.
That was all just an...
I guess that's all I get. Discover what Dr. Preston knows about the android. Okay, that completed that
Take
section.
care.
All right, well, I do want to keep wandering around Rivet City, but I think I'm just going to take the opportunity to pause here today. I feel like maybe on Wednesday, I'm going to jinx myself, but I feel like maybe Wednesday we might be able to wrap it up. I feel like I've covered some of the major areas. There were like the upper decks they're talking about, or the outside areas, or the lower decks, so I need to figure out my way there. But I feel like maybe we should be able to do that on Wednesday, and then I'm not sure what I want to do next. I kind of want to work on a DLC again, but we'll have to see how Wednesday goes first. But anyways, I'm rambling. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Wednesday with another new Fallout 3 video.